Hey, hello, Vlans here. Back at it again with a new video. So I've leveled 2 characters up to level 50 and then ran into the age-old problem of not knowing necessarily what to do. So the problem is this, right? Shadowlands is not out yet, we're still waiting for it, could be a month, could be longer, who knows. And so what do you do then as a new player? Well, I have no idea because the game doesn't actually tell you anything. Am I supposed to get Azerite power? I don't know. Am I supposed to level up this necklace? Maybe. Should I get corruption gear? Should I just do dungeons? You know, get better gear and start raiding? Should I do mythic keystones? You know, should I push keys, as you kids apparently say? I don't know, and the game doesn't tell me. You know, should I be doing? You know, should I be doing island expeditions, dailies, weeklies? Apparently there are chests I need to open, you know. And this is the real problem that I want to discuss about, is that there's so many things to do and the game doesn't tell you about any of them. You would have to go to an external website to figure out what on earth you have to do. And that is bad. You should never have to go to an external source in order to figure something out in your main source, which is the game. And yet, that is sadly the case. A perfect example of this being is when I wanted to figure out how I could fly in BFA, and the only thing I really got is, well, nothing, because I couldn't figure it out. Used to be, you just paid a guy, you know, you slipped him a few hundred, he would look the other way, give you his license, and, you know, whenever you crashed, he was not to blame. Of course, right? And you're not going to be a snitch, are you? Of course you're not. However, apparently they changed that in BFA, and now you have to get 2 achievements. In fact, you have to get these achievements. Pathfinder Part 1 and Pathfinder Part 2. Turns out, you have to do a lot of shit in order to get there. You have to complete what, 100 world quests, you have to discover every single location in both the islands. You have to get, revered with basically every frigging faction in the game. You have to complete all the story quests. It is insane. But more importantly, I only figured this out after going to an external website. Right, there is no in-game way to figure out how you can fly, as far as I know. Because again, the game doesn't tell you. A second great example is trying to unlock these races. The starting screen only says you have to, you know, complete these 2 achievements, but it doesn't necessarily tell you how or where to get these quests. Once again, I had to go online and figure out, okay, first you have to get friendly with X amount of people, then Khadgar in Dalaran has a quest for you, and once you complete that quest you have to get this quest in another part of Dalaran. How you're supposed to figure that out, nobody knows. Blizzard doesn't know, and it really sucks that they don't tell you that. Because once again, you shouldn't have to go to an external source to figure out something in-game. But I digress. Now, I do understand why they don't do it, because let's face it, if 2 or 3 months ago, and hell, even now, and with Shadowlands coming out, if Blizzard actually did have a, you know, have a list of things like to do before you can raid, PvP, or do anything, and people looked at that, I am pretty certain people would just stop playing the game. Because if they saw you had to do like 20 things, you know, get your Azerite, get your corruption, do your weeklies, do your dailies, do your island adventures, do your garrison, or whatever. If that's even still a thing, I don't know. Right? Push your keys, push this, push that, do PvP. People just wouldn't do it anymore. And for good reason, because none of it makes any sense other than it's just busy work to stop you from progressing too fast. Now, as someone who has not played in a while and is qualified to call himself a returning player, this is rather concerning, because if you look at Shadowlands, I don't think it's going to change that much, right? It's still a lot of busy work that you're going to do in Shadowlands. And I ask you, what is so wrong with just raiding, right? Back in Wrath, you just showed up, you raided. You got your tokens, you got your things, and you went to the vendor and said, I would like this chess piece, please. And he said, sure. You know, do you have the tokens for it? Do you have the, what's it called? Whatever it's called. I think they got rid of it, yeah. Fine, seals, whatever. Do you have the token? I think it's tokens, right? Anyway, do you have the tokens? He said, yes, sir. Can I please have it now? Sure, here, take it. Now go away. What was wrong with that? Right? What was wrong with just looting a boss and finding gear in there? I used to love that. Mainly because, I was the guy that had to dole out the gear to the rest of the guild, but that was the cool part about it. Clicking on the boss, a loot window opening, quickly scrolling to the list and going, is this for me? Is this for me? No, it's not for me. Damn it. Whereas these days you kind of just right click and wait for a thing to pop up and say, oh, you got something. Cool. Worst part being, you know you're going to get something, right? There's guaranteed to be one thing that you might need, or get dropped, and at least in dungeons. And that's not cool. That's not why I play. What happened to loot drama? What happened to rolling things off? I like rolling things off. But yeah, again, I digress. The point I'm trying to make is that it is incredibly convoluted and confusing as a new player, as a returning player, to figure out what you have to do, and I fear that is going to be the exact same problem in Shadowlands. Which isn't good. Which really isn't good. There should be a way for a new player to just click on a button and, get a list that says, hey, you want to raid? Probably a good idea to go here, here, and here. It's just, like, I want this game to be different, right? I want the game to be good. Hell, I came back for it to be good, because I had hope, man. I had hope in Shadowlands, and it will probably be alright, but... And I think the thing that annoys me the most is that, yes, it will be fine. But I think we can all see the potential and realize just how close we got to it. And how much of a left turn Blizzard did once they saw the right thing to do and decided, like, nah. Like, yeah, we could do that, but we're not going to. Because you think you do, but you know how it goes, and it's just annoying. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.